What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Zeraora team. Now recently, shiny Zeraora got released, so I thought I'd do a little team for the occasion and use 6 of them. Just a quick little reminder to make sure you have got your shiny Zeraora, because I think, judging on when I upload this video, this will be the last day to do so. So make sure you put a Pokemon in your Pokemon home and then go onto your mobile app and, claim it there. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, make sure you do. That's where I do all my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. Link is in the description. Let's get into today's video. I've got 2 battles, and boy, these battles are pretty interesting. The first battle was against Mammoth1, and this was a very, very funny battle because we both had a theme team. So I was running a Zeraora team, so 6 shiny Zeros. Yeah, and before anyone asked, yes, I do have multiple Pokemon homes. Okay, so we got a Swinub lead here, and you haven't seen Swinub for I haven't seen it for a long time as a lead. So what is this set gonna be? Now, on this team, I had 6 different Zeraoras with 6 different sets, right? So this set, right, was all based around just pure scumminess. So we had Fake Out for the flinches, and we had Fury Swipes and King's Rock. The other moves were Home Claws and Fling with the, sorry, not King's Rock, the Razor Fang, but basically the same thing, right? Just causing the opponent to flinch. So Fake Out does a lot of damage here. Fury Swipes hits between 2 to 5 times, right? And it only hits twice for that time. So now we got the Truffles, or the little Swinub, setting up the Hail there. Now, as soon as I seen the Hail, I'm like, okay, this could have something like, it's either going to have Snowbale or something really scumming like that, or someone else on the team is most definitely going to do that, right? So there's a little bit of Hail, or Salt if you want to call it, floating around in the stadium at the moment. I was thinking about this. I don't think it's going to be able to do a lot of damage to me, so I'm going to go for a Home Claws here, boost the accuracy of my move, and actually boost my attack by 1 stage as well. So we got that nice boost there, and it's going to go for a Mud Slap. I'm like, oh no, that's actually going to get rid of my actually that I just got there. Now, I was actually praying that I could, take the Swinub out, because if I don't, I'm probably going to hit by another 5 or 50, probably 50 Mud Slaps in a row, or however much PP Mud Slap is at max. So go for that Fury Swipes there. We're going to hit twice there, and we're going to go for the third one, taking out the first Swinub. You know what, guys? I took a Swinub out in Pokemon. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so Swinub's down. That's 1, right? So you're probably thinking what this theme is going to be. You might be able to guess very, very soon. So the second Swinub's going to come in, and it's a shiny one, and it's looking pretty fresh, to be honest. Actually, it's not really a pickle color. It's more of a minty fresh sort of color. You know those little after dinner mints you have? Yeah, those sort of things. All right, so go for the Fury Swipes. The first one hits pretty hard. We got the second one there. We got the third one, and we got the fourth one, and it lives on 1 health, but we get the 5th one, and it goes down in 1 shot. Now, that one was a Bright Powder set with the Snowball as well, so I was very, very lucky to land that one. Okay, so we got the Miss Piggy coming in it, which is obviously probably going to be an Everlight version. That's what I was thinking of the Polos one. So all I'm going to do is go for a Fury Swipes again and see if we can get some flinches with the Razor Fang. That does absolutely donkeys. That was 3 hits, right? And it did nothing. So we got the 4th one there. So I got 4 hits. I'm pretty proud of that. And now we got an Earth Power. It's a special set, and there's going to be no way Zeraora number 2 is going to live that one. So Zeraora 2 goes down, but man, he took out 2 Swinubs. You couldn't ask more out of a Pokemon. So what I'm going to do right now, also the Hail has gone away from the field, which is good for me there. And I'm going to bring in Zeraora 3. Now, Zeraora 3 was a pretty interesting set as well. So this one, right, a lot of my team was very, very they weren't really bulky. I really only had 1 bulky set. So we got Charge, Rising Voltage, Grass Knot, and Electric Terrain. Only one of my moves here could actually do anything to this, these Pokemon at the moment. All my electric moves in general are going to do nothing. You'll be able to see why. So go for that Grass Knot, and Mrs. Piggy is going to get critted. I'm sorry, Mrs. Piggy, you might end up on the Christmas table this year. So we got 3 more Pokemon left, and you guys can probably guess what they're going to be. Man, Goldilocks is looking fresh right now. Okay, so Zeraora can go for another Grass Knot. Well, that's all I can really go for. It was tempting to go for a Dynamax, but I just wanted to save one of my other Zeraoras in the back there. So go for the Grass Knot on Goldilocks, and Goldilocks takes out like an absolute boss. And now it's going to be going for a Curse. So I'm starting to think, okay, if it's got Curse, there could be a slight chance that it could have Rest, right? And on this set, I'm not sure if you guys noticed before, but I do have the Electric Terrain. Now, I've got the item Terrain Extender, which is going to make it 8 turns instead of like 5, which is really nice. This is max speed and max special attack, if I didn't mention the EVs already. And the first one was max speed and max attack, right? Zeraora is a very, very fast Pokemon, right? So you could even opt to go for like Modest or Adamant on them. It still like outpaces most things, right? So in case it had Rest and it's going to try and heal off after that, I was going to stop it from going to sleep with Electric Terrain, right? So it's got +2 in attack and +2 in defense, right? I am running a special set, so those boosts on the defensive side aren't really going to affect me or whatsoever. However, the physical boosts that it got are going to affect me if it lands a physical move on me, right? So go for that Grassnon again there, and it's about a 3 to 4 hit KO, judging on damage rolls. And damn, Goldilocks just lets loose with a golden hair, and Zeraora is going to go down. Damn, that avalanche dropped hard. It dropped so hard. Okay, so into Zeraora 4 now. Now, Zeraora 4 was also a very, very interesting set. So this one was a choice spec set. Once again, I was walled by all these freaking evolutions. So Volt Switch and Thunder were like going to do nothing. I got Focus Miss and Hyper Beam. They're the only ones that I got left. Now, I was thinking, okay, if I go for Hyper Beam, even if I take Goldilocks out, right? I pull that golden hair and take it out, right? I'm going to be very vulnerable the next turn. So I've got to go for the Focus Miss. Focus Miss actually lands for the first time in its life, and Piloswine is going to go down. So that's really, really good. So we've taken out 2 Swinubs, we've taken out 2 Piloswines, and you probably guessed it, the last 2 Pokemon are going to be Mamoswine. So, I was like, man, these are going to be the 2 hardest Pokemon to take out. Because, one, they hit like a truck, and they got pretty good base speed themselves, and they got pretty good bulk too. So here I was thinking, maybe I should just go for Focus Miss again and, see what's going to happen. And then the Mamoswine goes for Endure. So I'm like, oh, man, it could have Weakness Policy. But if it does have Weakness Policy, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be able to outspeed it anyway, right? Because I'm running a super speedy set. Now, it's obviously going to level 1 health. Merch is available below the video, guys. I mean, every time someone lives on 1 health, I'm counting it with Endure, right? So we got the +1 in speed there. I'm going to swap out because I am choice. So I'm going to swap that out and maybe save it for later and swap in Zeraora 6. Now, the reason I did that was just to see what move I was going to use and free up my choice item. Plus, this set was absolutely useless against this whole team. Let me show you why. So this set was Electro Ball, Scary Face, Agility, and Discharge. So the idea is to do as much damage with an Electro Ball as possible by paralyzing them, by looking at them really scary, and then go for agility, right? But in this case, Mamoswine like resisted every single move. I couldn't even do anything with it. So that was just fodder Zeraora this battle. But now I'm actually freed up from the choice item. I can go back into it, at a later date, right? So we got Zeraora 5 here. Now, Zeraora 5... this one was... oh, this is my bulky one. Rest, Sleep, Talk, Bulk Up, and Drain Punch. So I just went for Drain Punch because I knew I could leave, like, Flail for Mamoswine. That is dropping really hard. This one was max health and max special defense with the Bulk Up there. So I'm going to take out the Mamoswine with 1 Drain Punch. And I think I drained back 1 health, guys. Let's go. 1 health. So Mamoswine's going to go down. There's 1 more Mamoswine. I know it's going to be a fat, big, thick, juicy, shiny one. And I know that it's going to Dynamax, right? I know this is going to Dynamax. Now, Dynamax goes for 3 turns, right? I've got 3 Pokemon, so I'm thinking maybe if they Dynamax this turn, I might be able to, get it out of Dynamax on maybe the last turn. But it's going to go for Ice Shard, and Zeraora 5 is going to go down. Not that it really mattered. I needed a lot of bulk ups to actually even do anything. So I can see the item as a life orb too, which is going to be a real problem because obviously ground type moves are a real scare to my team. So now we're going to go into Zeraora 4 here, right? Now Zeraora 4, this is the special one from before that I swapped out. So I can go for Focus Miss again. I could go for Dynamax Focus Miss, but I'm thinking they're definitely going to Dynamax this turn. And I don't think it's going to be a good idea to go for that. I was like, if I go for Focus Miss, get some damage, and then I'm going to Dynamax my last Pokemon, right? Which is obviously a Zeraora. So we got a big old Mamoswine here. Man, imagine you're on the other side of the battlefield, right? You see those big old tusks, and they're coming at you. Like, that would just destroy you. It's like huge. All right, so we got a big old Mamoswine here. I can pretty much just go for Focus Blast, but Focus Blast misses. Oh, that was so important there. I needed that hit. And now I'm assuming we've got Earthquake, and there's no way this Zeraora is going to leave a Dynamax Earthquake or... and that's going to get a boost in special defense as well. Not that it really matters because my last Zeraora is a physical attacker, but I was really, really worried, right, because I needed to get some damage off against it. I say that would have done well over half. I'd say I would have put it around the quarter on quarter health there. So last is Zeraora 1. This is the most sweatiest set I got on my team. Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Play Rough, and Throat Chop here. Now, interesting fact here, I couldn't get it, obviously with being the shiny one, right, you couldn't get a lot of the transferable moves. You could only get the moves that were, on the game, right? So I couldn't do all the sets I would like to do, but, that's how it was. So I was a little bit limited just running the shiny one, but that's what I wanted to do for. Okay, so go for that big old Zeraora, and I really needed to take Mammoth 1 out in one shot, but the problem was it's very bulky in Dynamax as well, and it's got a super effective move. And I'm not running a super bulky set here. I'm just like fully offensive, like max attack and max speed. So go for that max knuckle. Obviously, I knew that I'd outspeed it, but I needed some more damage. I needed maybe one more hit to take it out right. So Mammoth White is going to be able to go for an Earthquake or Max Quake or whatever like that. And I was thinking like the Focus Miss and that max knuckle damage would have been enough to take out the Mammoth White. But unfortunately, it's going to one-shot me and... thank you, Focus Miss. I love you so much. That's why I use it all the time. Hope you guys enjoyed the first battle. A very cool team there, but I can't believe that was the first battle of the stream, and it was straight up 2 blind theme teams, and I got counted so hard there by the ground types. But super fun, super funny battle. And thank you for the battle, Mammoth 1. Let's get on to the second one. Now I know why the guy's username is Mammoth 1, right? It only took me 69 years. All right, I'm not sure. I think their name says Kazoo. Maybe you people in the, in the chat or comment section can help me out there. And they've got a pretty strong team here. Now, I was actually looking at their team in the team preview, and I was actually starting to get, some good vibes, because I'm thinking I might be able to get a Zeraora sweep here with my physical one. Okay, so we got that Turbo Blaze. What I'm thinking about doing, right, is if I go for Fake Out, I might be able to get some, some King's Rock, Razor Claw, sort of flinches there going, and, I might be able to get a little bit of damage on this thing, because it's quite a dangerous Pokemon, right? So go for that Fake Out, and it basically does 2 damage, so there's not much I can do. So I'm like, okay, I think I can probably live maybe one attack really badly, or I could be even pushing it and it's going to take me out in one shot. Either way, I wanted to see what moveset I was going to be running, right? I had my suspicions, obviously, of course. So, my suspicions sort of got blown out of the water when it used a sheer cold on the first go. Why does it have to happen to me for? I need to get that Ponytail sweep. I got to redeem myself. Okay, so my first Zeraora got absolutely wrecked. Now, this is really bad, right? I was salty. I was like, okay, I got to get this kid. He's going to go for a sheer cold again. What I'm going to do, right, I'm going to Dynamax. So, obviously, 1-hit KO moves will fail when you're in Dynamax or Gigantamax, right? And I'll set up on him with the Max Knuckle. Then I'll be able to go for another Max Knuckle and set up on that. That's what I was thinking. That was my thought process, at this point in the game. Plus, Zeraora is a very, very fast Pokemon too. I looked at their team in the team preview, and there was only one other Pokemon that I was, really worried about that could possibly outpace me, right? So, going for that Max Knuckle there, I have got the Life Orb too, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage, and I almost take it out in one shot. So that was really, really good, because if I took it out in one shot, I would have been a bit disappointed, right? Because I would have not got a free turn after that sheer cold to go for another one, right? Which will give me initially a +2 in attack, and I've got Life Orb too, so I'll be popping off there. Zeraora is a very, very good Pokemon, right? Now they're going to swap out, which is kind of interesting, and Eternatus is going to come in, so I probably couldn't ask for them to do a better play, right? Because that's going to give me a +1, right? Then I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to go for another, Max Knuckle there. I know Dynamax Cannon is definitely coming my way, like 1,000%. So I can either go for the Play Rough, right, or the Throat Chop. Obviously, they're both sort of the same base power there, as you can see on the stream. But I was more thinking, if I go for Max Starfall, that'll put the Misty Terrain in the field, which could definitely help me out, judging on what, some of the Pokemon are on their team. So go for that, and Eternatus goes down. That was a really, really big KO there, because I had nothing for that, right? If I was out of Dynamax, Play Rough and Throat Chop were not taken out, even with +2. Like, very, very bulky in its stats. So down goes Eternatus. I was very, very happy about that. And I've only lost a little bit of health, just Life Orb damage. Like, I'm basically clean cut. I'm ready to go. So when I was mentioning before, right, a Pokemon could outspeed me possibly. That was an opposing Zeraora. So Zeraora comes in as Hasty Nature normally, so I had to use 6 different sort of mints, right, to, have the, stat natures that I want to have. So, all I can do here is go for Close Combat. I feel like Play Rough could miss, and Throat Chop may actually fail to take it out. So, I went for the Close Combat. I won the Speed Tie, and Zeraora is going to go down. So, that was really, really good. We got a Zeraora sweep happening right now, because I have not lost a, Like, I've taken out 2 Pokemon. You could almost say 3, right? Because Kyurem's only on, like, a little bit of health, right? Speaking of which, it's going to be coming back in here only on a little bit of health. So I was like, okay, I don't want to waste my last close combat. I don't even need to. I can go for a Throat Chop. Play Rough could miss here. Plasma Fist is not very effective. I'm just going to go for a nice, easy cross chop, right? And take this last Kyurem out. Oh, the sheer cold Kyurem, right? And, you know, I was very confident I could take it out. Even though this Pokemon's very bulky, I had Life Orb and, you know, I was +2 up. So I was in a very, very strong position, whereas they were in, like, dire straits right now. So go for that Throat Chop and Kyurem is going to go down, which is really, really good. I've taken half the team out. We're getting that Zeraora sweep. Now, it's a little bit of food for thought here, people. I have actually done a Zeraora sweep on my channel, so maybe if you're sort of wanting to see that one, you should definitely check it out after the video. Okay, so we got Dustmane here in the Necrozma. I was like, man, what am I going to do to this? The best I can do, right, is either Throat Chop or Plasma Fist for stab, right? Now, I was thinking, just doing some calcs over in my head, I was thinking, okay, Throat Chop's probably going to hit marginally harder, just due to it being super effective, but both attacks will do a lot of damage. Now, the thing I was thinking about here, I need a critical hit to take this out, because this thing is very bulky on the defensive side, right? But, you know, I had, like, base is a crit. I was thinking it's going to do about 3/4 damage, or, you know, around that sort of, you know, benchmark. So it basically does what I thought it would, and I'm going to get some Life Orb damage. Like, okay, Zeraora's gone. Stone Mist misses. I was so happy there, because the sweep is still alive, people. So I can go for another Throat Chop. I mean, I would be really salty if that was me, right? Because that definitely would have taken me out. So go for another Throat Chop, and Solgaleo is going to go down. So we've got 2 more Pokemon left for my Zeraora to handle. Now, I've only lost 1 Zeraora. I've still got, like, you know, 5 of them left. So the mist is going to disappear from the field. Not that I probably noticed it anyway. And we've got the Zekrom coming in. So Zekrom was a big problem, right? And remember, they still haven't Dynamaxed yet. I Dynamaxed very early. So not that I very much dislike Dynamaxing early, but I felt like it gave me a good lead, right? So Play Rough was my go-to move here. None of my moves are going to do as much as that. Plus, I might get an attack drop if, you know, Zekrom does manage to live this. And now Zekrom is going to be Dynamaxing. So I was like, oh, man, this is not good. I was thinking, I'm not sure, like, if someone wants to bother doing the calculations here, like, how much damage would a critical hit do to a Zekrom? Like how much normal damage would do to a Zekrom? I was sort of like curious about those sort of damage calcs, right? Anyway, so we got a big buff there in the health on the Zekrom. I'm gonna go for the Play Rough, and Play Rough completely misses. It didn't even land. So I was like, oh, there goes the Zeraora sweep. And I mean, let's be real, at this stage you could have taken me out with the Dynamax Dragon Breath. So Zeraora's gonna go down. I've still got 4 more Zeraora left. But a lot of my moves are electric, right? So I've got to see, you know, what I can actually do here. So when they've got the Dynamax, they've got the big advantage too. So this is Zeraora number 5. I was like, okay, I'm not running speed on this set. I'm not really fast. If I go for a rest here, I should be able to withstand the move from Zekrom really badly and then heal off and sort of stall out their Dynamax. So I went for the rest, right? I was like, this is great, but I still outsped. So they're running really slow and bulky too, with a lot of attack. Now they're going to go for the Max Wormwind, and that does a heap of damage, but I managed to live. I thought I would live. The only bad thing is I could have attacked it, but it doesn't matter, right? I was just happy, you know, I could live that matchup. Now it's like, okay, well, I can go for a rest there. I can easily go for a rest, and, you know, the Zeraora will be able to take that one. Even if it doesn't take it, it doesn't matter. I'm stalling out, right? Unfortunately for me, they actually swapped. I'm like, what the heck? So they swapped out the Dynamax on 1 turn, right? They knew that I was going to go for rest. That was obvious. And now Charizard comes. Just normal Charizard, the rare shiny Charizard, guys. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. I've always been seeing those, you know, black Charizards, but I haven't seen the orange ones, you know? Like, this is the monumental, like, moment here, people. So I've got that rest up, right? All I can do is pretty much go for Sleep Talk and then maybe Drain Punch. Drain Punch is not going to do too much at all, but I was wondering what the Charizard actually had. Maybe, like, Fire Blast, something like that. So I'm going to outspeed the Charizard there. It's quite funny, even with no, like, hardly any EVs and speed, this thing is so fast still. And Drain Punch does, well, donkeys, but at least if it had Focus Sash, you know, it's gone now. So Charizard's going to go for Overheat. I'm very, very bulky on the special side. Max health, max special defense. Careful nature there. Had to be careful there, remembering my EVs. So, all I can do is go for another Sleep Talk and just hope I can get some damage against the thing. Once again, I'm in a very good position, but I can't do a lot to Charizard, and I was wondering if it was just a special set or if it was a mix set. The main thing I was worried about is if it had, like, a physical moves, too, because it could have Dragon Dance as well. I wasn't really sure. So, Rest, I'm going to get Sleep Talk Rest, and now they've got Heat Crash, so they've got a physical fire move and a special one. So, it doesn't do a lot of damage here. I could have gone for another Rest there, but I was like, nah. I'm going to swap into my next Zeraora, which is Zeraora number 6. Now, Zeraora number 6 has the air balloon as the item, max speed and max special attack. And you guys didn't get to see this one in the first battle because it was used as fodder, I believe. This was my scary face one with Agility Electro Ball. Yep, here we go. So the idea is to go for the discharge on the opponent. At this stage, I was like, if I just go for an Agility, then Electro Ball, that's going to do a lot to Charizard. So basically what Electro Ball does, if you don't know, the faster you are than the target, the more damage it's going to do. And obviously it caps out, right? So all those sort of moves kind of help me out. So say if I come across something that's quite bulky, I would go for a discharge to try and paralyze them to slow them down a little bit more. You know, then I could Agility or Scary Face depending on the opponent, right? So we got the, I took a fair bit of damage for that one, but I've got the Agility up, which is really nice. Now I can freely go for the Electro Ball, and that is going to be Charizard down. But once again, Zekrom is a very, it's a big threat here because a lot of my special moves are going to do nothing, or special electric type moves, or even physical ones, right? And I've lost my best Zeraora very early on in the battle, because that was my sweeping one. So it's hardly taken any damage at all. I've still got 4 Pokemon, but all I can do is go for Electro Ball right here. I could go, there's no point in me going for a Scary Face. I know that I can outspeed this with all the remaining Zeraoras. It's just what I'm going to be able to do to it in terms of damage, right? So I go for the Electro Ball, and as I thought, it's going to do no damage whatsoever. Now, the only other option here I've got is my Zeraora with Rest and Sleep Talk and Bulk Up, but that is going to need an awful lot of Bulk Ups to do like any damage at all. Plus, while it's setting up Bulk Ups, right, it's going to hit like very, very hard. So I was thinking about this for a while. Should I just Rest or Life Orb, stall it out? But the only thing is I was thinking, right, if it crits me, I could have got some damage with Drain Punch up earlier on in that. So I'm like, let's go for damage right now and go for Life Orb and just like small chip damage, right, against my opponent. That's what I was thinking would be the best play right now. Instead of go for Rest, Sleep Talk twice in a row and get Rest, right? So we got another Zen Headbutt there, and Zeraora is going to go down. This thing has a lot of attack stat, right? It is taking some Life Orb damage, which is going to be good for me. So next one we got is Zeraora 4. Now, Zeraora 4 is the Choice Spec set. So this was my most powerful option against my opponent here. So I got Hyper Beam or Focus Miss. I locked myself into Hyper Beam with the Choice Specs. If this landed right, this was bye-bye. But if it missed, I think I was going to lose here. And Hyper Beam is going to land, and it looks absolutely amazing coming out of Zeraora. Man, that's just absolutely wrecked. And that is the second battle. Hope you guys enjoy this one. It was a very fun thing to do, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out, people. Have a good day or night, wherever you are living in the world.